Hello everyone and welcome back. Welcome to another crafty decor adventure. In today's video, I am so excited to share with you guys some DIY Dollar Tree decor crafts. So I'd love to share with you guys how you can make your home's boutique gorgeous on a budget. And this is another episode in my huge I Love Spring series. Now without further ado, let's go ahead and plug in those glue guns. Get out your glitter and paint, and let's get to crafting.
First, a Dollar Tree DIY. I want to share with y'all how to create an amazing little lantern using Dollar Tree floating shelves. So I'm going to take two of these floating shelves and just trim off the little black plastic part on the back, and that is going to make the shelves fit a little bit better together back to back. You could also use a sander and sand it down, and the next thing I'm going to do is just using some hot glue, I'm going to hot glue it together. And I did use like a gentle sander on it, and that pretty much got it pretty flush up against each other. The next thing I'm going to do is take 4 of these 4x6 picture frames, and I removed the glass and also the backing, and I'm just going to hot glue them end to end, actually across from each other, and then use my hot glue and glue them end to end. So basically you just create a square box, and that's going to be where we're going to be able to put our little candle lantern. Now you could also leave the glass in if you were going to leave the top off of this. I had 2 more of those floating shelves, and so I created another base, and that's going to be my topper. And then the other thing I'm doing is I'm just using some acrylic black paint, and I'm going to paint the inside of my little picture frame box here. It is raining currently while I'm doing this DIY, so I did attempt to try to get it as covered as possible, and then once the rain lets up, I do want to cover it with 1 coat of satin spray paint, and that way it'll all have like the same finish on it. Now I'm just hot gluing the top to the base, and I popped a candle in, and voila, I have this fabulous lantern on a total budget. Now I did notice that you can kind of see in this top part where they were glued together, so I probably should have sanded that a little bit closer. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in with some spackle and spackle that center part, and then sand it down and spray over it. But to be honest with you, I may just leave it as is and call it good. It's a little quirky, but I think it came out really fabulous, like something you would see honestly at Pottery Barn, minus the little blip in the top. But you guys, check it out. It looks great on my little coffee table here with some florals, and I cannot wait to share with you the rest of these fabulous DIYs. For this next Dollar Tree DIY, I took one of the Dollar Tree square picture frames and I covered it in burlap, and then I'm taking some of this Dollar Tree greenery and I just trimmed it off at the base, and then some of these Dollar Tree hanging flowers, and I'm just going to hot glue them to the wreath. So I'm just kind of poking them in, and my idea for this came from a really high-end designer show, and I saw them doing a centerpiece, and they did just this beautiful blooming centerpiece. So this is just a Dollar Tree wreath form, again, that I covered in burlap, and then I'm taking these little short pieces of florals. So this is a great way to repurpose some of those florals maybe, or get a lot more bang for your buck. The next thing I'm doing is adding in some of these really pretty, vibrant, they're kind of like a little closed, it's either a rose, a cabbage rose, or like little peony. Anyway, they came in a bundle at Walmart. It was like $3 for the bundle, but I added that as kind of like a little bit of a showpiece. So that's kind of a little tip you guys can do, is when you're creating a floral, is to use some nicer florals, popped in with just some inexpensive greenery and filler floral, that's going to get a lot more bang for your buck and make it really boutique gorgeous on a budget. So I'm just taking in and layering my greenery, as you guys can see, layering the little pink and yellow flowers. And again, I did cut the pink and yellow flowers apart. And if you see a little bit of hot glue around the edge, that's okay, because we're going to go back in and cover it with some pretty little green moss. So the other thing is have fun with this and get creative. You can either use some lovely florals that you might have in your crafting stash or box or whatever you have going on, or you all could, pop into your local Walmart, Dollar Tree, or craft store, or I even find florals at the thrift store, and gather some beautiful spring and summer florals to create a lovely masterpiece. The other thing is if you cannot find a square wreath form, you can always just use one of the Dollar Tree round wreath forms. I happened upon the square wreath form, and let me tell you, I know you guys think that I'm always finding really amazing stuff at my Dollar Tree, but I'm constantly hunting, and it's also completely random. I'll pop in there and it'll be empty shelves one day, and the next day it'll be completely stocked. So that's just the way it goes, honestly, with Dollar Tree. I also love the Walmart craft section, and Dollar General has some fun decor items, as well as, of course, your local craft store and thrift stores. So anyway, get creative with it, have fun, keep popping in those flowers, fill it out really nice and pretty until you feel like you're satisfied with it. And then what I did next was I just took some of that Dollar Tree greenery. It's like a little moss greenery, and they have several different kinds. So again, just customize it to whatever decor you're going for. I wanted this to look really summery, spring fresh. So I'm using my hot glue gun, and I'm just adding some blobs of hot glue, adding in the greenery, and then I like to try to shake the greenery out, and if I feel like it needs more, but this greenery does shed. So a little note here, it's kind of annoying, but it's so pretty. Anyway, they also sell greenery sheets at Dollar Tree too, which I know I have one in my stash somewhere, but check it out. I took this and I stacked a couple of vintage books inside of a little square wreath floral form, and then I put my little Dollar Tree candle lantern in the center of that, just so I use the books kind of as a riser. But there's so many ways I'm going to style this. I've actually already moved it over to my dining room table, and I've styled it the exact same way with the books and then the little candle lantern in the center. So definitely you guys can have fun with this and get totally creative. So for this next Dollar Tree DIY, I want to share with y'all how to take one of those Dollar Tree planters, and this is just that geometric planter, and I'm going to use this beautiful napkin. These are actually Mackenzie Childs napkins. I ordered some off of the Mackenzie Childs website last year, and they have gone so far. This was the black set with a really pretty floral background. I just cut out the flowers as best as I could, and then using some waterproof Mod Podge, I'm just going to remove the white backing here from the back of the napkin and then pop it on to my little planter here. And I do get a little bit of bubbles in my Mod Podge. I try not to, but I went really slow with this project. Usually I'm a little bit sloppy with my Mod Podge, but I tried to kind of really take a deep breath and just really enjoy the process. So the other thing I love to do is to use this waterproof Mod Podge. Now, they have it at Michael's, they also have it at Walmart, and I've also ordered it off of Amazon. So those are 3 different places you can find the waterproof Mod Podge. And I do like it because it allows you to clean your project. So if you create something, then you need to wipe it down or dust it, or it's going to be, maybe outside on a covered porch, you might want to have that option. Dollar Tree also sells Mod Podge. So that's an option as well, but just have fun with it, get creative, choose whatever planter you can find. You don't necessarily have to use this shape of planter. I just had this on hand, so that's the one I decided to choose. And so I'm just Mod Podging more flowers, just kind of like a blooming little garden here. And then I'm going to take the little tag off the base because I do want to hot glue my little creation here to a candlestick. So I found some of these candlesticks at Dollar Tree and they're so amazing. I grabbed a couple. I've been using them. If you can't find this exact candlestick, that's okay. Look at your local thrift store. I've also found pretty good deals on candlesticks at my Hobby Lobby or Michael's. And you don't have to use the candlestick, but I did want to create something. I have this large candle, so I wanted it to be kind of like, just something I could pop a candle into, or some pretty flowers, or just whatever I could, you know, pop something into that was pretty. You guys know I love pretty. I've been decorating with blues, but I wanted to mix in kind of just some different pops of some brilliant colors in summer. I really like to bring color into my decor. I'm using some E6000 glue and also some hot glue to secure the candle base to my little planter. And then I'm going in with an ochre colored paint. You can find craft paint pretty much anywhere. I did get this, the company Arteza sent some to me, so that was nice. Thank you for that. But here it is. So I popped a large candle that sticks up from the edge into here. I don't think I'll end up using a candle in it, and there's Benji Bear, but I'm loving it. I think it's beautiful. There's so many ways I can style this, and I think just that little pop of black adds a bit of modern into my home. I have a very pale like backdrop. I do that on purpose so I can redecorate with different colors and nothing really clashes. So anyway, I hope you guys love this and are inspired to create a beautiful planter box on a budget. So for this next Dollar Tree DIY, I have to show you all how to create a really adorable plate using some Mod Podge and a Dollar Tree scarf. Okay, so I love Pioneer Woman. I think her style is so whimsical. I had this clear plate that I picked up from Dollar Tree, and I've also found them at Walmart before. I'm just going to take some waterproof Mod Podge and cover the entire plate with Mod Podge, and then I'm going to lay the scarf on top of that and just create kind of like a little whimsical plate that can be a decorative piece. Now, you don't ever want to eat off of a plate that you've put Mod Podge on, but because this is on the back, you could put some wrapped candies on there, but again, I would not put any food on it, even though it's on the back of it. But they make fun decoration. Okay, so I'm just taking the Dollar Tree scarf and smoothing it down onto the plate, and then it didn't quite take all the way. You kind of have to add a lot of Mod Podge and get the scarf pretty wet, and then even once I trim the scarf off, I go back in and add more Mod Podge. So, and you do want to let this all dry and then, you know, add more. So that's just kind of a little tip from me to you. I also do a layer sometimes over the scarf, but scarves are even better, you guys, than using napkins, in my opinion, for Mod Podging. They just lay down so nicely. They don't bubble, and they just make a really great creation. So I did get some Mod Podge on my scissors. You guys can see this is probably why my scissors are always a mess. You guys, so much glue ends up on them. I try my best, but I did have to wipe those off, and then just kind of really slowly go around my plate. I think this looks really cute. You can save the excess material as well, and just, you know, make a cute little, you know, cut it into strips and make a little banner, or do another smaller plate. But look, doesn't this look like a Pioneer Woman plate? I mean, just a summer fun plate. I don't know. You guys, I really love to get super whimsical in the summer. So now you can tell that I still have kind of a little bit of some raggedy edges here. And so I'm just smoothing those down with some Mod Podge. So you really try to want to get the scarf off as easily as possible. Now, how I styled this plate was I put the plate kind of off to the side, and then I used another little smaller DIY plate. Here's a better view, and then just popped a candle into it. So it's kind of like a mix of vibrant blooming colors. And listen, you all can use any scarf or fabric that you might have on hand. I've made these with dish towels and napkins, so whatever suits your fancy, have fun with it. But I just thought that would be a really fun idea, because Dollar Tree always sells, you know, scarves for every season. So it would be such an easy, great way to create some really decorative plates, and you wouldn't even have to buy the scarves. If you have a craft stash like me, you probably have plenty of fabric laying around. So anyway, happy crafting. I hope you guys love that one as well. So for this next Dollar Tree DIY, I want to share with you a really easy Dollar Tree DIY. So it doesn't always have to be hard. All you guys have to do is grab some of the poster board letters from Dollar Tree, and I found this bucket. I think I actually had it left over from last season, but really any little Dollar Tree container will work. They sell so many different styles every season of all different colors. What I want to do is create a little garden box. I've been gardening right now. I collect books from the thrift store that are about gardening because I kind of just like to look at the pictures, but I'm taking the poster board letters and I'm just going to smooth them onto the front of my little tote here. And I did do one side and then have to redo it because my letters were just kind of off. But, you know, if you want to be really precise, you should probably measure it. Now, you know, I just like to have fun with things and kind of do it all on the fly. But just a little note, it doesn't bother me, but I know some people are like, oh, they're not perfect. So anyway, if it bothers you, get out your measuring tape and measure away. Now, the other thing I do suggest with these poster board letters, if you have a problem with them lifting off, you can take just a little bit of Mod Podge and kind of cover them with some Mod Podge, and that way they'll adhere a little bit better. If it's going to be like a high traffic item or something you're putting ice in and it's going to get some sweat, just use some waterproof Mod Podge and that would work just fine. Another fun idea I almost did with this is I almost chalk painted it to get it, you know, have more of like a flat matte finish. But I wanted to show you guys something easy. You know, sometimes we don't always have the time or the energy or even the money to make a really complicated craft. So sit down with some poster board letters and a little plastic tub and make something cute. I wanted to put grace on it or joy or bless, but I thought that might be more of like a Christmassy thing. And I did need something for my garden supplies. So anyway, I just thought this would be fun. It would give you guys a fun idea on how you can create a cute little bucket on a total budget. So here is how it turned out. It says garden, and then I'm just going to pop some of these landscaping and gardening books into my little tote, and voila, I have a fabulous little cute tote. Everybody knows where the garden books go. And you know, just customize it, have fun with it. I think it would be also fun to put outside and put my little gardening gloves in it. So anyway, happy crafting, easy crafts right here, and fun and super cute. For this next Dollar Tree DIY, I want to share with y'all how to create a super easy, like this is so easy, little just candle lantern. So I'm taking one of these candlesticks from Dollar Tree. I added a really generous amount of hot glue, and then this little, it's kind of like a thin little vase, and it actually has a crack in it. So I thought, oh, I've got to use this one up. I'm taking some little Dollar Tree, they're just like little fake jewels, and I'm turning them to the flat side down, and I'm hot gluing them around the edge of it just to give it a little bit of dimension. I am going to spray paint over this. Like, it would be so cute just left as is, but because it doesn't have the crack on it, I just want to be able to turn it, you know, and spray paint it, and that way you can't see that little crack. But again, I'm just gluing the jewels around the base, and of course this step is optional. Now, if you can't find little candlesticks at Dollar Tree, you guys can find them at Hobby Lobby. I actually cheat all the time, run to Hobby Lobby, especially when they've got their candle stuff half off. It's not too bad at all. I'm taking this really pretty gold spray paint. Now, I have been getting this gold spray paint at Home Depot because it's so gold and so beautiful, and I love this just kind of subtle pop of glam mixed in with kind of, you know, the more modern farmhouse lantern we did, the really whimsical little wreath or, you know, floral centerpiece that we did, and then the little candle over there to the side. So just some fun, easy ideas on how to bring in glam and a little bit of modern kind of farmhousey look, or modern chic, modern. I'm from the Midwest, you guys. So anyway, I hope you're loving it and you're going to have some happy crafting and you're inspired. Now for this next Dollar Tree DIY, I have one of these smaller Dollar Tree clear plates, and I really wanted to add in a really pretty little small plate to the mix of my groupings. I've been buying really nice wrapped chocolates, and I thought, oh, these would be really fun to just put a wrapped chocolate on. So I'm taking some of this waterproof Mod Podge and then one of the Mackenzie Childs napkins. So Mackenzie Childs is a really high-end, whimsical website, super artistic and fun and funky. And I'm just going to lay the napkin down on top of the plate, and I used a lot of Mod Podge, and then I always go back over it with another layer of Mod Podge. Now you can also remove the backing from the napkin, and if you paint the back of the napkin, that will help the napkin show through. Because I've been decorating with vintage books, though, I don't want this to look new. I want it to look a little bit more aged and just kind of, you know, a little bit more subtle. So anyway, I am trimming off the napkin, which still has Mod Podge on it. So I've got a note to self, make sure I clean those scissors. And then I'm going to take a little bit more Mod Podge and then add one whole layer to really get it to be really on there. It's going to need some time to dry, so definitely give it plenty of time to dry. I actually suggest leaving these overnight before you try to decorate much with them. Or you can do like I do and get out the heat gun or blow dryer and try to speed things up because you're trying to get this video out. So anyway, this is a fun and easy craft, and napkins are super inexpensive, you guys. Use whatever napkin you have. I styled it with that cute little scarf plate that we made and the beautiful little candle, and voila, we have this fabulous little setup on a total budget. Listen, you guys, as always, comment and let me know what was your favorite DIY in this video, which one you'll be creating, and all of that fun stuff. And I do have a new giveaway coming up very soon. I'm going to announce it either in Thursdays or Saturdays video, so you guys keep your eye out for that. And I love y'all. I'm thankful to have you here. Drop an emoji and light up the comment section with just happiness and joy and goodness. And thank you guys truly for being here. It is a true blessing and honor. Dollar Tree DIY. I am so excited to share with you all how to create a beautiful Dollar Tree garden chandelier. So starting out, we're going to use one of the Dollar Tree wreath forms and this Dollar Tree splatter screen, and you're just going to unscrew the center part of that splatter screen. Then using some zip ties, we are going to zip tie the splatter screen to the center part of the wreath form. The wreath form is a 14-inch wreath form from the Dollar Tree, and you can just use a crafting tool to poke holes into the little edges, and then you can see the little prongs. I'm zip tying the splatter screen to the little prong where they meet up with the wreath form. Okay, then using a little bit of hot glue and a crafting tool, I'm going to take these little Dollar Tree plastic party cups, and they're supposed to be like wine glasses, but I'm not using this stem base part, and I'm just punching a hole, adding a little bit of hot glue and poking those into there. And then you can put some flickering flameless tea light candles down inside of here, or you could put even some solar lights down inside of here. The next thing I want to do is cover up my zip ties and really create a beautiful blooming garden chandelier. So I'm using this Dollar Tree greenery as well as some greenery that my daughter had bought on Amazon, and she didn't need all of it, so she popped it over into my studio, and you guys know I'm going to snap her up on that. So again, I'm just zip tying the greenery to my garden chandelier. I love using zip ties now. They're like my new favorite thing in the world, especially since we get so much wind here. Up here on our little hill, everything seems to want to tumble about. So these zip ties really have been keeping all of my greenery super secure. You guys can grab zip ties in the automotive section at Dollar Tree. So get your greenery on there, and then you can get super creative and add some blooming flowers. I chose these wonderful kind of draping flowers. Again, these are from Dollar Tree, but you guys could use any florals that you have in your craft stash. And I used about 6 bundles of these. So this is a relatively budget-friendly little DIY. Also, I did try popping my little cups in and not hot gluing them, but they definitely needed some glue. So try some super glue, crazy glue, E6000, or hot glue. It really depends on where you're going to be placing your blooming garden chandelier. If you're going to place it outside, you're probably going to want something that's going to stay fairly well. Next, I'm using the Dollar Tree little garden chain, and then now I'm sharing with you guys how this looks with a real flickering tea light, but I don't recommend that because these cups are plastic, but just for video purposes. However, you can go on Amazon and you can even get them at Dollar Tree. They're just little flameless tea lights that are battery operated. So anyway, here is how it looks. I love it. I hope you guys make one. They look so gorgeous, luxury, and high end on a total budget. For this next Dollar Tree DIY, I am so excited to share with you this elegant, high-end looking 3-tiered stand. This is amazing for desserts, muffins, fruit, whatever you have. So in the Dollar Tree party section, you're going to find this 2-pack of bowls. And then I'm also using some candlesticks and these beautiful marble plates, also from Dollar Tree. I think these look so luxury, so high end, and just using some E6000 glue, you can attach the bowl to the plate. Flip that bowl over, add the E6000 glue, and then attach the plate. You want to get it in the center part. Now the next thing I'm doing is taking these little glass candlesticks and adding E6000 glue to the base of the candlestick. I'm going to line it up in the center of my marble plate, and then using E6000 glue again, I'm going to go around the top part of the candlestick and then add another marble plate. That's going to give me 2 tiers to my dessert stand. I love displaying these on my dining room table and just putting tons of faux muffins and goodies on them. You can decorate them seasonally. So this is really fun and fabulous on a total budget. And I think it looks really high end, especially using the marble plates and the beautiful kind of little fancy looking bowls. So then you're going to add another tier with this bowl and the candlestick. So again, using the E6000 glue, you can just attach everything together. And I will give you a quick little tip. You can attach everything piece by piece, and that makes it a little bit more sturdy and make sure that your E6000 glue doesn't move around. So that's just a quick little tip from me to you. And here is how it looks. Now you can figure out how you want to style it. You could use this in your glam bedroom, like little dresser, or you could use it like I'm doing with some faux cakes and muffins. Really, the sky is the limit on this, you guys, and I feel like it looks so elegant, so high end. These 3-tier trays are just so expensive, and I also like the addition of the beautiful kind of fluted bowl. So very fabulous on a total budget. For this next Dollar Tree DIY, I want to share with y'all how to make an elegant, high-end looking floral arrangement using this faux Dollar Tree crystal bowl. This is plastic, but I feel like it looks really high-end. I added in some foam to the center, just using hot glue, and then I'm going to use some of these taller kind of Dollar Tree greenery that kind of spines up. I'm not for sure what it was, but I'm just using them in 3 places here to give my arrangement height, and then I'm going to go around the entire base of my arrangement with this other faux greenery. And really, you can use any greenery you have on hand. I really think that this would look beautiful with kind of some thicker green, kind of fern looking greenery. I am using what I already have in my stash, though. I feel like I've been overrun with florals in my crafting stash, and so I'm really trying to make the most of them and use them and create some beautiful decor for my home. So continue to add greenery around the base of your bowl. And I've been watching some high-end luxury floral designers. Now they use real flowers, but I've been trying to really take a piece from the chapters of their book and apply it to these fake flowers. Now, if you can afford to, use really beautiful flowers that are fresh flowers, I say go for it, but I do like my arrangements to last a long time, and I am used to working with these faux silk florals. So now I'm going to add some of these beautiful roses. Now the roses weren't from Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree does carry roses, but one thing you can do to make your arrangement look a little bit more high end is spend a little bit more on some silk flowers. Now the bundle of these were from TJ Maxx and they were $9.99, and I believe I got 7 to 8 flowers. So really it's almost Dollar Tree prices. And you can look in your local craft store and look at the pre-made wedding bouquets, and then buy when it's half off. And so you guys can really get a great deal on some beautiful roses. And I'm just staggering my roses. I am adding a dab of hot glue just to make sure that they really stay in well. And then Dollar Tree carries also these beautiful white flowers, and I'm just going to pop those in. And then last but not least, for this arrangement, I did end up using some baby's breath. Now at Dollar Tree, they call it gypso. So I just popped that in because I really wanted it to look like it was this fresh flower bouquet. This is going to go on my entryway table. Really, this size of a bouquet can go pretty much anywhere. It's so versatile. I may even move it into my kitchen so you guys can see it when I do my good morning coffee and prayer card with you all. I do that on Instagram and Facebook and on my YouTube stories as well. So anyway, pop in some beautiful baby's breath or whatever you have on hand. Use whatever color of flowers that you love. I've been using a lot of neutrals lately because it's kind of that transitional time between holidays, and I just want to use lots of greenery, and then you can pop some flags in or just whatever suits your fancy. I added in some faux moss to the base of it, and here is how it looks. I am so excited and thankful. Originally, I had just taken the roses and just placed them in that bowl, and it was just very sad looking. So I feel like it looks a lot more high-end luxury on a total budget, you guys, using almost all Dollar Tree supplies minus the beautiful roses. But again, I suggest splurging just a tiny bit to get a little bit nicer flowers that are going to look a little bit more realistic. You can check Michael's, Hobby Lobby, Walmart, and even Dollar Tree has some really beautiful flowers. For this Dollar Tree DIY, I want to share with y'all how to take these beautiful little Dollar Tree candle votive holders and make them a little bit more luxe. So I'm taking some Dollar Tree napkin rings and adding some hot glue to the base of this, and this is going to elevate these little votive holders. Now, I think they're absolutely gorgeous as is, but I did want to give them a little bit of an elevated look because I'm going to make an arrangement kind of in the centerpiece of this marble plate. Here's one idea. You could add in a little flickering flameless taper candle. I get these off Amazon and they're so pretty. I decided to make them all look the same. So again, I'm just adding a napkin ring to the base by hot gluing it. And then I'm going to end up adding some pearls around that to add a surprise glam effect. So you could add some faux jewels, really anything you want to do, but the faux marble plates from Dollar Tree I think look really elegant, high-end, and very luxury. And now we're just doing this really simple, easy candle idea. You can use a flickering flameless votives, or you could also use some real votives in this arrangement. Either one will totally work. We have an overabundance of votives in my home, and so I just wanted to go ahead and use these up. But they look really elegant. I think this would be so nice for a little dinner party, or you could put this, on your dresser, just wherever you need that touch of glam. Now I'm adding in a couple little bags of Dollar Tree pearls, and there you have it, a beautiful, elegant centerpiece that took barely any time to do. And it's a total budget, and you don't even have to use the napkin rings on the base. Again, I did just want to elevate this so everything could kind of fit on this platter a little bit better, and I think it gave it a little bit more of a high-end look. So here it is. Comment and let me know what you all think. Would you do anything different with this? And you could also paint this to match your decor. You could do bronze, you could do completely gold, silver, purple, pink, whatever suits your fancy. Remember, take these ideas and really customize them to make them your own. For this Dollar Tree DIY, I want to share with you all how to glam up a Dollar Tree mirror. So I'm taking this beautiful kind of scrolly mirror, and you could always paint this mirror black or gold or silver. I'm leaving it as is for now, and then I'm adding in some hot glue and some of these fake jewel or gems. So you see these kind of trays at Home Goods. They're super expensive, and I think they look really luxury to have a candle in the center or a beautiful floral arrangement, but you all can create this on a total budget. So $1 for your mirror, and then another $1 for your pack of gems, and you'll even have some left over. Again, the gems are from Dollar Tree. And then you can get creative and place anything that you love in the center. So you could put this on your dressing table and put some beautiful lipsticks on it. You could put a floral centerpiece on it, which is what we're going to do. I'm going to share with you guys an easy little rosebud vase. Here's how it looks. You could put your soap on it in your bathroom. You could put it next to your sink for soap, just whatever floats your boat. Now I'm going to take one of these Dollar Tree trinket jars, and they're coming in black and white, and they're so beautiful. I added some foam to the center, and now I'm just going to add some of these roses. I've used these roses so many times, and I just love them. I picked them up at a garage sale. I'm trimming the stems down just a tiny bit so they will fit in here. I know exactly where I'm going to put this in my home. It's going to go in my bathroom because it's a really pretty small floral, but it's small but mighty. I think these roses are just so beautiful, but really you guys could pick any little roses or anything. I think little rosebuds look so elegant, like clustered together in a vase. They don't require a lot of greenery. You could even use this on a bridal table, baby shower. Just the sky is the limit, you guys. There's so many ideas. I think roses always give off that look of feeling and looking a little bit more luxurious and romantic, which you guys know I love a little bit of romance. So here's how it looks, and I'm just going to pop it onto this tray. This part is optional depending upon the space you have, but then there is how that looks, and that's just an idea of how you can style it. Another way to make things look a little bit more luxurious is to make sure you're styling your items. So add in some other beautiful touches, a vintage book, this little gold bird I found at a garage sale. These beautiful napkins are at Dollar Tree, and they are so high quality. They have a gold flamingo on them. Try to choose a color palette that's fairly neutral, and then go with a couple of accent colors just to really make everything pop. So as you guys can see on this table, I used a lot of whites, and then just some gold for an accent, a metallic color, and then some pops of pink for a surprise. For this next DIY, we're going to take this vase that I had found at the thrift store. Originally it was a green glossy color. I chalk painted it white just to give it a little bit more of a neutral look, and then I added in some Dollar Tree foam, and now I'm using some Dollar Tree greenery. I used the foam just a little bit higher than the arrangement. That way I had a little bit more to work with foam wise, and I could really spine some of this greenery out. So this is just the Dollar Tree greenery, and I'm going in and around the base of this. Now I'm adding in some of those beautiful little Dollar Tree white flowers. I've been watching some really luxury high-end floral designers on YouTube. So all you guys have to do is go to your YouTube search bar and type in luxury floral design, and you can really watch some really amazing artists create some beautiful florals. And I watch real floral designs mainly because I just love real florals, but I don't really have access to a lot of beautiful real flowers, and I don't really spend money on that. I already had these in my stash, so I thought I'd try to recreate some of those looks that are really high end on a budget using some of these Dollar Tree flowers. Now these larger pink hydrangeas actually are left over from Valentine's Day, and they were from Hobby Lobby, but they came in like a bundle of flowers. So when you go to your craft store, try to find some of the bundles of flowers and then buy them when they're 40, 50, 60% off. I also buy my flowers at the end of the season when they go up to 80 to 90% off at Michael's. Now I'm adding in some little Dollar Tree lilacs and some taller white flowers, and then I got a little bit wild with this and I added in some lamb's ear. I'm not sure if that's the correct thing to do, but I needed more greenery, and the lamb's ear really filled things out. I did have some purple lilac and some purple Dollar Tree flowers floating around in my craft stash, and I really wanted the pink to be offset with some purple and some more greenery, so it just wasn't so harsh with that bright pink. So here's how it turned out. As always, please comment and let me know what was your favorite DIY in this video and which one will you be attempting to recreate, or which one sparked your interest. Now, the secret question for today's video is, what is your favorite movie or book that you are currently watching or reading? I really love to hear what you all are up to. It helps me get to know you guys.
Thank you all so much for joining me on another fun and fabulous crafty decor adventure. It is a true blessing and honor to have you all here. If you all are new, welcome. I'm Olivia with Olivia's Roommate at Home. I love to share with you guys how you can make your home's boutique gorgeous on a budget. And I truly believe that y'all don't have to break the bank to have a fabulous, amazing home. And for everybody that comes back and loves on me, and thank you so, so much. Your love and kindness is so appreciated. And speaking of love and kindness, I also love to encourage you all to be kind online. We're moving into such a kind of online platform world with all the social media, which means we have a lot more access to one another, and we have the ability to comment on people's posts. So if you are on a social media page, maybe it's Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, wherever you're at, and you see somebody post a picture of their grandkid or their kiddo or just something sweet and fun, a nice recipe, give it a heart, give it a like, give it a fun little comment. And you also might notice people post things you don't like, maybe political stuff or whatnot. And I feel like a good rule of thumb is to just keep scrolling, keep moving on. You don't necessarily have to comment or put negativity out there. I promise you, if you put positivity, that positivity is going to come back to you. So thank you guys again. Quick update on my ankle. I am starting to weight bear on it in my cam walking boot. I'm really hoping that I'm a little bit ahead of the curve. I keep begging my doctor every week to let me do a little bit more. So anyway, thank you for the prayers of continued healing, and I hope to get back to making fresh new content for you guys in the next couple of months. If you have ever broken a bone, you may know, especially if it's in your ankle or your foot or your leg or whatever, it takes some time. So that's my puppy dog Benji Bear asking to come back in. I love y'all. I can't wait for our next video, and until then, remember, be kind to yourselves and be kind to one another. Talk to you guys very soon. Bye-bye.